Happy Saturday, everybody. It's Richie V. How are you? So I just got myself back into my gym routine. Today was chest day, and I had guidance from my unicorn oracles. I mean, I love the gym, but my mindset with all of this ascension and activation waves coming through started to shift into I have to go to the gym instead of I want to go to the gym. And it was actually creating like a negative feeling inside of me. But at the same time, you ever go over a hill, you get that like vibration in your, well, male area or female area. I don't know if females feel that vibration, but it's like, anyway. Um, and it was, I, I was absolutely being guided to release the 3D concept of the gym, which is, have to have that perfect physique when in reality, the gym is there just to get that heart pumping and healthy flow of energies. And it is actually really good for your mind, your heart, and, your oversoul and your higher soul. There's a reason why someone came up with the concept of the gym. It's just like the concept of money. It got distorted and twisted and, you know, all that amazingness. One of the reasons why I was pushed to put this video up, and I'm realizing the more things that I experience and feel, because I've become very aware. I had a major um, energy activation class last night, and I was guided to it. I knew there was going to be this very specific person there. Just had this feeling, and lo and behold, there they were. And we all know nothing is coincidence anymore. It's all synchronistic. It is when it is supposed to be. And I also knew last night was going to be what it was going to be, but I needed a fellow master conduit to bring through what was needed for my conduit and my oversoul and all of that stuff. And after last night's conversation, and I always say, I'm like, because I'm still human, we're all still human, if blah 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 and blah blah blah, then I blah blah blah. Well, obviously last night I blah blah blah. So in the gym today, I got in the gym, got in, was doing my first set of chest and amazingness, and I literally, and this is just a message to shield. All of a sudden, and I'm like, there's no freaking mosquitoes in here. I literally could feel something, I say, biting me. No, I was like, okay, whatever. I write to work, like, okay, let's blah blah blah. But it freaking hurt. It hurt, and it was just an instant reminder. As soon as it happened, I stood up in between my sets, and I'm like, or reps, I forget what the hell it's called, sets. It doesn't even matter. In between, like, cool down and pump back up and cool down and pump back up. I'm such a bad gym guy, but, like, I love the gym. But, like, when it comes to all that terminology, it's like, yeah. I immediately knew I forgot to shield, and I shielded. And nothing else existed. Like, nothing was in my energies. Nothing else was coming around me. And when I was doing one of my reps, sets, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to stop right now because I'm like, enough already. Just keep going. Be aware that when you make eye contact for an extended period of time, there is a transmission between eyes and energy. I'm trying to pull this down. There is an energy exchange through eye visualizations. Also, like, being aware, I can feel someone pushing their energy at them, even if they don't know they're doing that. Something is coming from them, and it's you're not paranoid. You're not too sensitive, even though being sensitive is actually really amazing. Just not how they've spun it now in the matrix aspect of it. I feel it, so I intuitively and through guidance got up and went out of their line of sight. When you go out of the line of sight, it is like a barrier. It's like a barrier. And I made sure to distance myself. And even when someone sits next to me, it's like, okay, I feel it. Let me get through this. Let me get up and walk away. You have to get up and walk away. If you don't get up and walk away, I mean, it's like if an egg is leaking, okay, someone hits that egg by accident and it's just leaking. Are you going to continue to let somebody else crack it, or you're gonna pick the egg up and you're gonna like see if you can seal it back up? Or it's not a great analogy, but it's the best analogy. When that crack is in there, that egg is going to keep leaking. So you're going to let the egg just keep leaking and getting hit more and more till it just oozes all over, and that yolk is your energy. Feathers. Um, that yolk is your energy. So you got to get up, and you got to always be very mindful of your field. Like, get up, personal space. Even if you got to go into a bathroom and go into a stall, it, it, these are things that help me on a regular basis. You can have all your crystals on, you can have everything. It's still, when you're in mass crowds, and I couldn't figure out why after a very specific activate, almost when I hit the 5D energy back in August, all of a sudden I was like, oh my God. I became so aware of what is in the gym, but not just in the gym, in crowds, the energies that are conducting in those environments. And it's no coincidence that that's how it's designed. And it also happened when I was taking the ferry one day. I got on the ferry with my other half, my union mate, who I consider a twin, but I've realized with last night's activation and having his oversoul channel stuff into me with this beautiful visual that I'm actually drawing, I had a huge puzzle piece put back together, and I'm like, oh fuck, that makes so much more sense. I still consider him a twin, but he's a union energy mate, and there's more about that that's going to come to me, but I already intuitively know what it means. And it made a lot of sense from a visual that I was getting when I started my awakening last year about coming here with somebody else. But we were on the ferry, and we had in the back, open part, amazingness, great energy with him. His energy, like anybody, any high level empath, is like, his energy is, I'm like, I know, it's so pure. It reminds me of myself. Like, I very rarely feel, I've never felt from somebody what he brings to me. And it all I'm ever told is, this is what you give to others. You have, this is your reward for all of the stuff that you've gone through. And he's going to hold your hand and you're going to hold his hand. And I've had visuals of our hands interlocking with a heart over it and the infinity sign, and every so often popping apart and then coming back together. And it was a very distinct out of meditation visual to just confirm, like, no, what you're feeling is correct. But we were on the ferry, and it was amazing. It was great, having a nice time. And then people started to pour into the ferry. And it was a part of the day where, all of a sudden, I don't know if anybody else out there is feeling this way, but I swear after summer, it was like there's just people everywhere. And it wasn't like that. Or maybe it's just the shift in my energy. Oh, it's a shift in my energy. Okay, I guess my field has expanded, so I feel more. Yeah? Yeah, okay. And people, like, there is personal space. There is legit personal space. When you have to tell someone you're in my personal space, do not feel bad, because they're in your energy space. And that's a lot wider than just this. And we're not taught about that. And some of us have bigger ones. And as we are ascending and awakening more and more, and our frequencies are shifting, those spaces get bigger. And I see... Not now. Okay. Anyway, so these people, like, I'm here, like here. My phone is kind of at a awkward height, but I get to be more animated this way. I was here, and people started to come right here. And at first, it was one person, because they all need to have photos for that social media amazingness. And listen, I've gotten caught in that too. But now it's I want to influence through media in an obviously important way. If you're watching this, you get it. And if you're awakening and you're watching this, it'll come to you, or maybe this will help you understand it, Anyway, and then another person, and then another person, and then another person. you want to turn, please? Nice blinker. Thank you. And these are other things too. Like, you know, I was always like, oh yeah, no. Put your blinker on. There's a reason why there's a blinker. And every so often I forget to do it. But put your blinker on. You're not the only person in the world, baby. Um, anyway, so I sat there and my guides and I were like, all right, let's put that field up, let's put that field up, let's put that field. And it's not out of fear, it's out of energy protection, because those people have no idea what's happening as you condense. You're creating a mega field of energy. And as a highly sensitive empath, I am processing through all that. And then somebody sat next to him, and then somebody sat next to that person, and then there was a woman diagonally across whose energy was I'm going to just say it like that, and you'll understand that when I say that. And then another person came over, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, please, I'm about to go into Manhattan. Please. I can't already have this happening. Please. I got up and I walked away and I went to the bathroom. And I got better. And when I came back, my other half, he sometimes says to me, you're so weird. I'm like, yeah, well, one day we'll have a conversation about all these moments. And my crystals are not just because I think they're pretty, which I think is adorable, but sometimes frustrating. But it's also a lesson for me. Patience. He'll understand eventually, but patience. It's just patience. And it's helping me even further with unconditional love, And I got caught once or twice before, when we first started dating, and being like, you'll thank me one day. And as soon as I said it, it was like something inside was like, that's not why you're doing what you're doing. It's not to be thanked. It's to be a guide. It's to help bring people up. And you always have to let them choose. You have to let them choose. You can put it out there, but their choice. And I use choices in everything now. The old me wanted to go help everybody, and my guides now are like, no, you need to let them choose to ask for help. And I'm like, oh, choices. Oh, yes. And they always say, because you are shifting somebody's own life path. It could be something so minute. And for some reason, they're actually saying, like, even giving somebody a penny. Really? Yeah. No. Because there's a lesson that everybody's learning in each moment. Not that I'm saying don't do for others, but do from others from here. And you'll know when you're supposed to do it from here, not from here. And I used to do it all from here with this in combo, but they're really, really, really guiding me to work from my heart center. Because this is the creating device, and this is the making device, the device that actually creates. And some of the stuff that I've had visions of, all of a sudden I'm like, I can do that, and it's intense, because there is no handbook. There's no book saying, yeah, you can. And every time I've looked outside of myself or my oversoul or my guides or even God, Jesus, Mary, the angels, I'm such an open funnel. Outside starts to generate fear in me. And why is that? Because I'm looking for approval, as opposed to just going with, I know, I trust how it feels. Okay? And that's intuition, and that's something that we're taught to never follow. We're always taught to go outside of ourselves. This was about the gym, but apparently all this other stuff needed to come out too, because as I do these videos, it's not just to help you guys. It's also, it heals. It heals us as well. It's an infinite cycle of what's going on. But yeah, I got up and I walked away on the ferry. I came back and he was like, "You're acting weird," and I'm like, "It's energies." And I'm realizing that my path with him is also helping him more aware of energies. And I'm constantly guided that he needs to wake up. But I don't want to force that awakening. And they've given me guidance on how to ease it in, and I follow that. But always remember, you have to protect your energies. It's not fear. It's wisdom. It's wisdom. It's knowledge. It's, if you're fielding out of fear, It's a weak field. I'm totally pulling this down right now. If you're fielding out of energy awareness, it's strong. If you're feeling like you can't handle an environment, walk out of it, leave it. I tell everybody, I have to go to the bathroom. They can't stop you. And some people will not let you leave because they want to stay anchored. Those are vampires. Some of them have no idea, and some of them do. Like when I hit my 5D soft 6D energies, I started to see things in people, and I'm like, and I don't scan a room. And there's another woman out there who says the same thing. It is an invasion of space. I felt the same way, and others just kind of scan you up the ass. And I'm like, I feel you scanning me. I'm not stupid. At first I didn't, and now I do. And I'm like, you're being really invasive, but you do you. There's nothing inside of me that you're not going to be aware of. And they do that generally because they want to be your God. They want you to have to use them. They want you to have to need them. I had a Reiki master who told me, I'll know if you're healing anybody because I'll feel it. I'll know if you attune anybody because I'll feel it. You're my lineage. You're mine now. And at first I was like, well, what? This person also thought they were God. So let's like legit the God. And at first I was like, oh, whatever. And she didn't feel anything off me because that's how I felt. I was so neutral about it. I was like, I'm still learning. This was oh my God, this was 8 months ago already. Holy crap, where'd that time go? And this the shielding thing, I'm realizing I have a lot of freaking videos to put out there because you are all gonna go through this because it's fucking scary. You don't know your head from your ass. With everything the way it is, it's even more intense, and there is so much that's not even known here yet. And I'm bringing part of it in that's not known, that is going to be known. And I see it in my YouTube videos. Like, I'm posting everything that I see other people posting, blah, blah, blah. But my main thing is starlighters and celestials. And that is what I'm bringing in because that is what I am. And I can't deny it anymore. And I also know that divinity has made it made me very aware, as well as giving me the follow-up message yesterday through one of my girls I spoke to, that if anything gets altered, it gets rebooted. And I'm going to leave it just like that. So you need to be aware that you're divinely protected so that you have that safe space to go inwards. But once again, you need crystals. They're not just certain sects anymore. They're ancient technology. And please draw stick figures, visuals, symbols, chicken scratch. It doesn't freaking matter. It helps so much. And if you're guided to go to a bookstore, or a crafting store, and you want to pick up, I've had this happen to me, I picked up yarn. I'm like, why am I buying yarn? I don't crochet. That yarn wasn't used for crocheting. It was used for something else. But in that moment, I didn't know because we all want an answer like that. And I always say you can thank a very specific distributor with Prime in their name for instant gratification, where it's not always instant. I've journaled things from 8 months ago that I was like, what the hell is this shit? Oh God, I'm losing my mind. Here we go. And then I went through all of those pages yesterday, and aside from one page, 2 pages out of like 30, all of a sudden I knew exactly what it all was. You gotta journal. Keep a book by your bed when you wake up. If you wake up in the middle of the night, I've had it where I wake up, I'm like, I'm gonna write that down. By the time I get to the living room, it's gone. And then I'm stuck on it. And it'll come back, but I've wasted energy trying to remember what the hell it was that I wanted to write down. So keep a journal with you at all times. All times. I have this is just one, and it's almost full. I started another one, and I'm sure I'll have a whole other massive library as well as drawing. So shielding, you gotta shield. Try if you're having a hard time in populated groups, which I'm still kind of adjusting to. I know to like be detached is an amazing word. I'm always neutral. But be mindful of your shield, a crystal of protection, one for the heart. I always tell everyone rose quartz, labradorite. Um, those are great ones to start with. Uh, black obsidian. That's another good one to start with. Um, but always, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Don't get caught in buying expensive gold because gold is not as not as valuable as you think it is. I learned that lesson too. I spent $5,000 on gold. I traded that shit and I got $450. Yeah, it's be aware. Be very aware. But shield. Go to places that you like to go to when it's quieter. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It also helps to heal and uncomplicate the complication that is linear time. I'm totally just pulling that out right now. Because that's something that I was going through. And like my other video said, keepers of time, meditate to them, meditate for shields. That you will get a shield from whoever your guides are. And if you are not connected to spirit guides or you don't know what spirit guides are, you can send me a message, leave a comment. I love helping people find their spirit guides. It's actually super exciting. And the more I do it, there's information that comes through for me as well. So it's all cyclical. We're all conducting energy. There is no right and there is no wrong. There is no right, there is no wrong. There just is. I'm pausing because I'm space cadetting. I think I'm going somewhere really fast. Oh God, on video. Hello. Yeah. So just find your energies and love and light. And that's another video for another time. Oh, please donate $25 to one of your charities. Break it up in small denominations or to somebody on the street. It keeps our energy flow of the money energies going. And hug a damn tree. Yeah, hug a damn tree. Gaia would love a hug. I'm actually going to go do that right now outside my car. Hug that tree, guys. Love you.